Hi friends, welcome to another video. So today we are going to see about unboxing and a review of MI Smart Compact Projector. So this is a global version and it comes in English. The projector uses Android TV as its operating system. This is a smart projector, so you can use your phone or laptop or any other devices to cast the video. So this is standalone projector, and most of the time you can use it without any other external input. What you see in the video currently is a quick unboxing. So in fact this came with 4 layers of packaging. The final box is there in the 4th layer. If you search in YouTube, you can see a similar projector. The projector name is called as MI Youth Edition. From a look perspective and everything, that and this one looks kind of the same. That is more of a Chinese version, and this is the global version. And the main difference is that projector runs MI's own OS, and this one runs Android TV. And apart from that, from a hardware perspective, the specifications are almost the same. From the mounting perspective, there is a slight difference. Probably we will explain when we go to that section. We are starting the actual unboxing now. So this comes in a white box. Looks really neat. Inside the box, first you see an instruction manual. And as usual, we are going to keep that aside and we're going to continue with the unboxing. You can see 2 main things. One is the actual projector itself, and there is a separate box for remote and the charger. That is the projector and this is the box. Picture of what is there inside the box. The plug is a standard one used in all Indian outlets, so no problem there. If you are staying outside of India, then probably you might need an adapter. So coming to the actual projector itself, so you can see a camera. So this is how the projector does the auto focusing and keystone correction as well. And the front is covered with cloth-like material. In the side, if you see, there are nothing. There is a speaker mesh alone. So this you can see in this side and as well as the other side. On top, there is a power button. So this is an illuminated one. It glows in white. Back side, this is for the hot air to come out. In bottom, you can see the different ports. That's a charging port, and that's an aux out port. There's a USB port and HDMI port. So if you have a Chromecast or anything, you can use that for power, and then you can plug into HDMI. In bottom, if you see, there are 4 pads, but they are non-adjustable, and you have a tripod mount over there. So that is how I have mounted the projector right now. Coming to the remote, this is a very simple one. This is similar to the other remotes supplied along with the MI TV, etc. So different buttons are the volume up and down, and home, back, and the apps button, and the 4 navigation buttons. In top, you can see the voice assistant button, and on on top of which you can see the power button. This uses two AAA batteries. And the remote is not an IR one, it's a Bluetooth remote, so there is no line of sight requirement, you can use it from anywhere. So currently we have set up the projector in our bedroom. The dimensions are 10 feet by 13 feet. So as you can see in the video, the color of the paint is light yellow. This is not actually white. So this is kind of a temporary arrangement that we have. We have another room which we are setting up as a home theater room. So until that time, we are going to have the projector here. So this is kind of a more of a temporary setup. We have mounted the projector on a tripod that we have. In your case, you can either keep it on a shelf or whatever is more appropriate to you. So this is the actual startup video. So whenever it boots, it always does the auto focusing. So this one you can disable in the settings, but out of the box, auto focusing and keystone correction is enabled by default. Okay, the boot up is complete. This is the home page of the Android TV. Almost all the default tabs are there. Netflix, YouTube, Spotify, everything comes pre-built. If you go into the setting, the first thing you see is the projector option. If you go inside, you have settings to enable or disable the auto keystone and auto focusing. So if you set it as off, then when it is booting up, it will not do the auto focusing, you will have to do the focusing. Next one is the image menu. Inside you can see the different modes for the image settings. So currently it is in standard. So if you change the options, you can see the color profile getting changed. And you have a user mode as well, where you can fine tune the individual settings, including the color temperature. It comes in 3 different options. Standard, warm and cold, and the noise reduction also you can change as per your liking. The next one is a keystone correction. So keystone correction is basically to adjust the shape of the image getting projected. So this is useful when the projector is not exactly perpendicular to the screen. So whenever it is tilted or something, you can use it to align. So you have coarse tune, which is used to make major corrections. You can see the different angles it can do it. And the next one is fine tune. So this is used to change slightly, but just be informed that it has keystone correction only in 2 directions, not in 4 directions like some of the expensive projectors comes with. Next one is a focus option. So by default it will do always the autofocus. So this will get automatically invoked whenever you change or shake the projector. But if at all you need to do the manual focusing, you can go here and then press right or left arrows to do the focusing. So I'm just resetting to autofocus. Projection method option. So based on your projector and the screen, you can choose either of the 4 options. Desktop, ceiling mount, all the different options are there. The one you see now is the view mode and highlight mode. If you change highlight mode, it sorts of gets a green tint, so always keep in view mode. The next menu item is inputs. So it supports a HDMI input, so you can, based on whatever you are connected to the HDMI, you can change and then choose accordingly. And these are the different options to control the HDMI device along with the remote itself. So that is also there. The remaining options that you see now are common to all the Android TV devices. The interesting one is in the accessories menu, you have Bluetooth speaker mode. So this mode converts the projector into a Bluetooth speaker. So what happens is, once you go into that mode, you can pair your phone or any other device, and then you can use the projector speaker as a Bluetooth speaker. You can also turn the screen off, and if you want to get the screen back, you just press on any other button in the remote, it will again come back. So let's exit. So similar to other Android TV, you can connect other Bluetooth devices like mouse and keyboard, everything to control the unit. Actually, there is a shortcut for inputs in the top itself. So if you have connected any HDMI devices, that will get enabled, and if you click that, it will switch to the HDMI input. Currently we don't have anything and it is showing us no signal. Hope you saw a demo on the video and the audio quality as well. So in our bedroom, the current screen size that we are able to get is 116 inches. So this we can get from a distance of around 12 feet from the screen. So as you see in the screen right now, whenever you move the projector, based on the angle, it does the auto keystone correction. So we have reached almost to the end of the video. So this is one of the crazy idea we have got. So using the tripod, we have projected in such a way that the video is projected to the ceiling, so we can lie back on the bed and then view the video. For the price point, this is a really good projector. This can display the video in 1080p. Even 4K also it can display in YouTube, etc. Okay, coming to the bonus section. So today we see a software called a Soda Player. So this software is used to cache the video from a PC or a laptop, the offline videos that you have. The advantage is this can cache along with the subtitles. So this is a quick demo to show you that one. So here you can see we can choose the projector and then it projects the image to the projector along with the subtitles. So I think this video was really helpful for you guys, whoever is looking to buy a new projector. So if at all you have got further questions, do leave those in the comments. I will try to answer as far as I can. If you have liked the content, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye.